Hey everyone, I'm Brian, and you're watching the Builder Place channel. In this video, I'm going to be taking this old Harbor Freight cement mixer and using it to mix paint, like house paint and gallon containers. And so let's get started on this project. Should be pretty interesting. Been thinking about doing this for a while, and I'm finally taking some time, and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to scribe a 15-inch diameter circle. This will go in the opening of the mixer. I come back with a pencil and darken those lines so I can see when I'm cutting it, but at least I got it scribed on there. The next thing I need to do is make the opening for the can of paint. 4 1/8 and 4 1/8 and up 4 7/8 and go up 4 7/8. We use a square just to square up these where this opening is going to be. Now the opening that I'm marking out now is for where the paint can is going to sit doing the mixing. So we're going to cut this out. So the outer diameter is going to be where it sits in the inside of the tub, and then this line here is going to be where the actual paint bucket sticks into the recess. I'm going to take my saber saw and I'll just cut this out, and then I'll cut this hole here in the middle also at the same time. Use a quarter screw, I'll just drill a hole in here so that it fits for the I get the saber saw blade in there. Then we'll cut out the hole for paint can to go into. There's the cutout for the paint can to stick in. For the top and bottom support, or the cap on the paint can, I'm going to make an 8-inch diameter disc that I'm going to cut it in half. One half will be for the top of the paint can, and the other will be for the bottom. So I'm just going to make a circle, and I got pencil divider for a 4-inch. I'll make so I got a nice mark right from the start. Mark for split it in half, and that will form the top and bottom of support. I'm going to cut this bucket about 9.5 inches this way for the height, and then 13 inches around. And that's where the paint bucket's going to stick. So I'm just going to use a double cut saw, cut these lines out. Maybe need to trim them up a little bit after I get it all cut up. did a pretty good job cutting that out with that double cut saw. It's more or less rough cut. I have to finish up the size and make it exact, but that's a good start. I have the plastic bucket cut to form the holder for the paint can, and then these two half moons are going to go on the ends. I left it a little bit long. I'm going to trim it down once I get it all put together. I'll get these set in the right place where I want everything to be, the right height. That looks pretty good right there for that one, and this one just a hair bit more. Okay, I'm gonna take these out and attempt to take these out. Put a little glue. I'm gonna glue the half moon. Back down in place. Get the other side, put a little glue on that. Some minor adjustments. I'm going to put a couple of brads in this to help hold it. So we can continue on. To hold the plastic form into the plywood, I'm using these staples. I'm just going to staple through the plastic into the plywood. So I'm going to start on the opposite side here. Start here. Let's clamp this down so it don't go nowhere. I don't think it will, but we'll just clamp it down even so. So I'm going to stop at the crown of this bucket or this piece of plastic and work my way down. Okay, turn it over. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this excess off, so make it easier to find that edge where I need to staple. So I'm going to do that first. I decided to use my oscillating tool. I figured that'd be the easiest way to cut this edge flush. All we're going to do is staple this edge. tap that one, I'll take the other thing out. Okay, the next thing I need to do is make some retainers to keep this from falling into the tub of the mixer. So I just make some little brackets, retainer brackets that stick out a little bit just to hold it so it keeps it flush with the front of the mixer. Made some simple 2" by 3" blocks, put a little radius on the edge that matches the outer rim of the mixer. This mixer piece from falling into the tub. Hey, we have this done. I think we're ready to mix up some paint. Let's see if this thing works. Works, that'd be pretty cool. Mixer's all ready for our piece to go in. This is it, just like that. The retainers keep it from falling the rest of the way through. Place your gallon of paint in the recessed area. Get yourself some regular bungee straps, and you will clip over top of that lip. Just kind of go. I'm just going to go diagonal with them or crisscross. Latch that in so the paint holds, and it also keeps this part we just made from falling out. So it's in there pretty good. Nothing's going to come out. So I get this set at maybe a 45-degree angle. We'll just turn the mixer on and we'll mix up some paint with our cement mixer. This has been a pretty fun and interesting project for me. I've been thinking about this for a long time. I've had this mixer sitting around. As you can see, it's very weathered and dirty. I think it's got bird poop on it that is touched. So it just sits around most of the time. So I decided, hey, let's get some use out of this thing. We'll make something to mix some paint, because you always got to have a gallon of paint you're working on, you want to mix. So I think it's going to work okay. Send comments. If you like this kind of content, subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. You know, I think it's kind of funny, but, well, I don't think we're done yet. We still have to come up with a way to mix quart-sized cans of paint. You just stuck it in there and jump it all over the place. And then you go strap it down. It'll just go wherever. So what I decided to do, I want to take this piece of foam and cut it and make an inset for this to set in there, so it'll set right about like there somewhere. So let's get started modifying this piece of foam so it fits in there and we can mix some quart size. To cut the outside radius of the foam that will go inside the form, I've got a 4" radius arches that will be the guides for the hot wire. You'll see how that works. This is my power supply to power up the hot knife. So we're going to make a connection on there, and the hot wire will start getting warmed up. So I make this cut. Hot wire is up to temperature, so it's ready to start cutting. So we're just going to start from the top, and we're going to work our way around. Cut the other side. I have this piece of foam cut. I just cut it up to the length on the bandsaw real quick. But I got the radius all done. We made it a little bit longer than the distance there, so it fit nice and snug. Now, the next task is to cut out a place for this to sit in. To cut the insert for the quart can, I made a 2-inch radius on both ends of this piece originally, and I'm just going to use a hot wire knife again to cut that. So it's up to temperature now, so let's just get it where it needs to be. Just follow that. It still stinks pretty bad too. That's why I'm coughing. Yeah, not a good idea to breathe this very long. This is where the quart jar is going to live, so I got this piece cut. Just have to press it in there. And then the quart jar is going to sit just about like that. So I'm going to cut these pieces of foam to fill the top and bottom, and I'll glue those in. I have the insert complete. Looks a little rustic, but that'll just go in the opening where the gallon can went. Push it in there best you can, and then just stick your bungee straps again across there to hold it in so it don't go nowhere.